Hey guys, so this is where Deku learned Cobra Kai Part 3. Now guys, hope you guys enjoy this video. One of you guys requested for Part 2 or to continue with this, so let's get into the video. So basically, Deku is basically, last time I left off, Shinso, sorry guys, I said banana instead of badana when I talked about Deku's hair costume. Now basically, um, after Deku fought in the combat training, Deku's hair costume was a little bit damaged. So Deku did change his hair costume just a little bit, and basically made a hair costume extremely similar, basically the same as his hair costume in canon from season 1. And basically he replaced the green with the black, the white with the yellow, and the Cobra Kai symbol stitched on the front of his chest of his suit. So yeah, so Deku, that's basically what happened. Now Deku's red shoes are actually going to be replaced with black shoes. So yeah, so guys, hope you guys enjoy the video, and let's get right into it. So basically Deku is training, and eventually, you know, everybody, is talking about the, the new thing they're gonna do. They go to the USJ the next day, and basically they get started. So everybody, is talking to each other, pretty much, having conversations on the bus, talking about their quirks. Deku just keeps out of it, and Deku, right across him is Kendo. Kendo pretty much looks at Deku and says, "So, what's your quirk?" Deku says, "My quirk's Fire Fist, or Cobra, Fist." Now Deku, I don't remember Deku's quirk that good. Deku can, pretty much whatchamacallit. Deku's quirk is that he can use, he can pretty much imbue his power. He basically Deku has Iron Fist's power, but his fist kills off heat, and also Deku's fist could possibly punch to basically anything, kind of like One Punch Man, but Deku could only put it in two hands. But if he keeps his fist engulfed into flames more than more than 5 minutes. Deku's fist will start burning incredibly hard, like third-degree burns and everything. So yeah, Deku has to be very calm and very, timeful when he uses his quirk. And also Deku does get a little bit tired after he uses his quirk, even if he doesn't burn himself. So Deku's quirk is kind of weak, but Deku has trained enough to get it to at least 6 minutes. So yeah, so basically Deku gets out of the bus after they arrive there. They get told by, what was it? The teacher about quirks and how they can be very dangerous, but also some heroes use them to save people. And pretty much just talking about, heroes in general. Eventually, the villains show up and they start attacking all of the students. Pretty much everybody gets separated, and Deku lands on the boat. Basically, Deku lands on the boat. After Deku lands on the boat, near the in the USJ on the water area, Deku doesn't land in the water or about to land in the water. Deku lands directly on top of the boat. Deku goes down into the lower level of the boat, seeing Froppy and Mineta there. Deku starts talking to Froppy and Mineta, and pretty much they start, making a plan. Deku makes a plan pretty fast, and I forgot to mention this in the first place, but Deku can shoot Fire Blast from his fist, but that does drain his power and his time limit before his hands start burning. So basically, Deku looks around and sees that it's a pretty good chance so he can hit a few villains. So basically, Deku makes a diversion and grabs Mineta and pretty much throws him straight in the water. Mineta is about to fall into the water, but Deku uses the last bit of his powers to pretty much boil the water to an extent to pretty much mimic the water being under or right on top of a volcano. Pretty much making the water so hot to a point to the villains pass out by heat stroke. Deku jumps into the water, and pretty much he's swimming as fast as he can, trying to outrun the flames or the boiling hot water. Now Deku does have immunity to flames to a point where Deku can swim normally under these conditions of heat or boiling water he's swimming through. But Froppy pretty much just jumps off a villain's bodies, floating up to the surface left and right. Mineta, makes a ball raft out of his purple balls. That sounds so wrong. But yeah, so basically they get to shore. Deku ditches Deku ditches both of them and runs, off. Deku eventually sees that All Might shows up and starts fighting the Nomu left and right. Shigaraki sees Deku, and pretty much Shigaraki sees Deku, and pretty much makes the inference that Deku looks awfully like a old hero that defeated or gave one for all a run for his money. Basically, he talking about Deku's dad. Deku's dad basically has fought one for all in the past, and I didn't mention this before. I think Deku's dad is a pro hero, but yeah, whatever. So pretty much they walk off, and Deku goes for a fire fist straight at the Nomu. The Nomu dodges easily, grabs Deku's collar, and pretty much chucks him up into the sky. Deku falls onto the ground, and pretty much, almost gets knocked out. Deku gets back up on his feet, and the Nomu, throws a couple of rubble or rocks, big chunks of rocks, towards Deku. Deku, seeing that, it's been a couple of minutes since he's used his fire fist, so Deku starts up his fire fist and uses a new technique. He uses the same, flicking technique that Deku does with his hand in cannon. Deku uses that fire fist to shoot a blast of fire into like a big gust, not a one wave blast, kind of like laser vision, but I mean like a straight up Megasonic Teenage Warhead. I mean like straight up obliteration blast, kind of like how over like pretty much disintegration type of technique, pretty much shooting the flames in all directions right in front of Deku. So all the rubble gets burned away, like disintegrated. Deku's hand does get a little bit red, but not burnt. It's just a little bit stingy. So Deku runs off and pretty much blowing his hand down, seeing that his hand is slowly, healing. So Deku sprints off, getting on the highest point on the tallest building in the USJ, and pretty much uses the last of his power. Uses the last of his time to use his fire fist one more last time to blast up into the sky, kind of like Iron Man or Aang type of levels of fire controlling, and pretty much blasts himself up into the air so fast that basically Deku mimics Superman or Human Torch type of flight levels. So basically Deku cannonballs straight into the Nomu, doing a Superman landing right on top of the Nomu, burning a whole entire, hole through the Nomu's chest. Deku, sees that his hand is burning, like it's crispy. Literally, it looks like it's crispy meat on Deku's hands. Basically, Deku passes out. All Might gets the upper hand when the Nomu gets back up, and pretty much All Might does, plus Ultra or Detroit Smash on the on the Nomu, and wins instantly. Shigaraki yells out, in frustration, and pretty much the heroes show up. They start shooting at Shigaraki. The Shadow Court guy gets Shigaraki out there pronto, and pretty much after that, Deku wakes up in the hospital. Deku tells Deku gets told that his classmates are okay, and all he has to do is just rest for a couple of days. Pretty much seeing bandages all around his hand. Deku says, "So I reached my quirk, didn't I?" They said, "Well, kid, you did save a lot of people. You gave All Might enough time to get prepared and save the day. So you are technically kind of a hero. You saved All Might." All Might walks in Deku's room and pretty much says, "Hey, kid, so, well, thank you." And pretty much he starts, complimenting Deku, and pretty much All Might, wants to give Deku one for all. Now, guys, I'm gonna leave it off here. Guys, go in the comments if you think Deku should have one for all, and then Deku will be like super OP. Deku's already strong enough with his fire power, but with one for all of Deku's limitations will be, gone, and Deku can literally use Fire Fist whenever he wants, and that's going to be very OP. But guys, go in the comments, ask me, who do you think, ask me Deku should get one for all or not. So see you guys later. Bye. As always, have a blessed day.